Those next transfer windows now for Man City, they're going to look interesting.
Yeah, and one of the beauties of being at a club for so long is you see all of those players we've been talking about coming to the end. You've seen them at their best as a coach. And you, above all, everybody else, will see when they're on the wane. And that's when Pep Guardiola comes into his own. In terms of talking to the people behind the recruitment, who he's looking for, what kind of player he's looking for, and then when he looks at the younger players. I mean, he's already brought Simpson Pusey in this year. OK, it might have been because he had to, but the kid hasn't done well. So, you know, Pep's in a good spot. He knows he's going to be here at least next year. And he absolutely knows that the Kyle Walkers and the De Bruynes are past their best. Seems a little harsh on Walker, but the truth is he is past his best, although he still does a great job for them. So if there's one guy who can particularly go into next year and then leave the club in a solid foundation, will be what they do, not in January, but in the summer. He'll go and strengthen that team next summer 100%. I think if he gets everybody fit, he'll still manage to get a tune out of them all. But I think the City you see next year, I think, will be a completely different one than what we see this year.
He saw it with Raheem Sterling, didn't he? Saw it with Gabriel Jesus. He saw Zinchenko wasn't good enough.
He's ruthless. He'll get rid of him.
I mean, I suppose you could look at Cole Palmer and say, no, they could have, you know, maybe they missed a beat there with that guy who's done brilliant. But then they would argue, we have, you know, other players in that position that can do as good a job. But yeah, there'll be a little coming and going at Man City. And he'll want to finish. You can bet your bottom dollar the one thing he wants to do, like most managers, is finish like a train. He'll want to finish like a house on fire, and he's going to go for it. And that's going to make the others have to sort of up their game. And you know, Liverpool have this season, and Arsenal are going to have to if they're going to, you know, if they're going to get back in this title race. Because we say it every year. And maybe this is the year it doesn't happen, but City generally put a run together and put the pressure on, so expect it to happen.
So with him sticking around and that news now being confirmed and official, who's your favourite to win the Premier League title this year?
I think right now you've got to say Liverpool. You know, we're talking positively about City, but the truth of the matter is they still have half of the team injured. And they're 5 points behind Liverpool. And so if Liverpool continue to pick up the points and play the way they are, there's no room. There's certainly no room for Arsenal to slip up anymore. That's for sure, 100%. Is there any wiggle room for City? Maybe. But I tell you what, they can't afford to lose another 2 or 3 games in the near future, because if they do, regardless of how good Pep is, and even if they get all the players back, it's going to be too much. The gap's going to be too big.
It's 5 points now, Rob. I'll put the same question to you. Who's your favourite?
At the moment, you have to say Liverpool, because they're the team that are playing the best. They've got confidence in the manager. They're playing some very good football. They're doing well defensively. They're also scoring goals. They've got a big squad, and when you see some of the substitutes that come on, they look a very, very good squad at the moment. So my backing is for Liverpool at the moment.
Liverpool.
Well, I had Arsenal to win the league. I mean, that's going to be a tall order. And as Stevie said, they're not quite drinking at the last chance saloon, but it's not far off it in terms of the points. Liverpool have been the best defensively. They've looked the most solid. They've been able to make changes in the forward positions and rotate, and it's worked. But I still think City are the favourites, because they just, until somebody actually, you know, goes the whole 12 rounds with them and gets a decision, then I'm not going to. And I felt Arsenal, this could be their season, but at the moment they're lagging. And City are clearly 5 points behind, but they're in the best position now. They have this Guardiola news. They've had the international break, hopefully from their point of view, to get some players fit, like most of the other teams. So they're still going to be, from this position they're in now, the team to beat.